In this video, we'll be taking a look at Craft application. Craft is a very recent document editor. You can download the application version of it. You can use it offline. If you don't have it, there is also a web editor where you can use a browser to edit this document. Now, what's special about Craft is that there are a lot of editing options which are available in Craft, and which is going to be very handy if you are a teacher or a technical document producer. Create interesting and interactive content with very little knowledge, and you can publish it online. So you can share that link with your students or your customers with ease. So let's get started and let's talk about how to work or create an interactive document using Craft. So this is the craft.do website. So if you have a Mac system, if you're working on Mac's ecosystem, you can download the apps right here. If you don't have it, or if you're using a Windows machine, you can go to the Craft web editor and you can use that. Currently, the web editor is in beta. So you just have to sign up with your email and you can use it. It's fully functional and it's completely free. So once you start the application, so this is your workspace, and as we are starting, we might not see anything in here and it will be pretty much empty because we don't have a document created yet. So we have a new document right here and it's already asking us to type your page title. So for this particular demo, I'm going to show you how to make a document, and I'm going to choose the topic design systems. So I'm going to give the heading right here. And as you're giving the heading, you can see a lot of options right here. There are so many options that you can use in terms of typography, in terms of the page layout, and there are some other options of sharing and windows and things like that. So if you want to insert something, you can insert a lot of things here. So if I want to insert a line right here, so I can just drag and drop it right there to create a line in here. So every component right there that you're adding will get a set of options next to it. So you can click this and you can modify this as per your requirement. So I don't need this right now. I'm going to delete this. So before I go further, I'm going to change the layout of this page. So I'll click on the page style icon right here, the second one. I'm going to change the typeface to serif. So I have created I was using a system typeface. I changed it to serif. You can change it to different styles as you like it. I'm going to go with a serif right now. And I can also say that, when somebody opens up the node, let it start with a cover image. So I'm going to turn that on and it's going to ask us where this cover image is going to appear for the viewers. So you can drag and drop an image into this. So for that, I'm going to just download some images and I'm going to use it just to show you how this works. So I have this image in my desktop and I want to use it here as a cover image. So I'm going to drag and drop that image in here. So we have a cover image right now. I can turn in to show the title. I can also add an additional heading called author. So who is going to who created this document? If you want to mention that here, you can just turn that on and it'll automatically show your name in here. So we have that right now, and there is a spacing. So how do you want to space these objects or elements that you're going to add into the scene? Do you want it to be dynamic where the craft itself will find a really interesting alignment, or do you want to keep it very simple and classic? You can do that as well. So the page width is regular right now. You can make it wide, so it is going to create a really large document which actually runs from left to right of the screen. We don't want that. For easy readability, we're going to keep it with regular setup, right? So this is what happens in the page style section. So once you're there, you can start writing in other content. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write about what is a design system. So I've made the first note, a definition of design systems. So if you want to write something more about it, you can create this into a collapsible section. So I'm going to select this area. I'm going to go into the text block here. So I want to convert this. So there are so many options in here. You can make it into a title, you can make it into a subheading, and you can make it into just a a heading here. These are different title styles which are available. But what we have written here right now is the content. So I'm going to change it to, if you want it to be strong, you can make it into a body or you can make it into a caption. So I'm going to make it into a body text, which is the perfect size for writing inside content. We have that here. So what I want to do is that there are a couple of options here. So you can make it bold, you can make it italics, you can make it strike through, you can make it into a snippet of code if you want. You can make it into a checklist. So if you want to do that, you can do that. And you can also create a collapsible item from this. So let's say if you want to add some more information regarding design system in here or inside this, I can click on this button and then I can write the inside content. So the content will be hidden at first. When the readers click on this, it will show the extra content. So this is an interesting way to avoid cluttering of content, and without overwhelming the reader at first, you can collapse a lot of information inside it. So it will be a progressive read and it will be a really good learning experience for the students. So I'm going to write an inside note here. So this is what I want to write inside the toggle. So I'm going to select this text and I want to do some corrections here. I want to make it into a caption, so it is smaller than this. So we have created our first toggle. So if you turn this, so this is how the users are going to read it, and when they click on it, it's going to open up and it's going to give you the additional notes about it. So if you want to write more about in here, you can just press enter and it will bring down another point. So if you want to write more toggle points, which will not be shown to them at the beginning, you can keep writing here. So for instance, so I made my second point, and I can also do change the typography to caption. So we have 2 points inside this toggle. So we have created that in here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to create a different section. So inside this, I'm going to create some index cards where I don't want to show that information in this page, but when the users click on it, it should lead them to another page with detailed information on those sections. So I'm going to go here to my section and I'm going to write my points. So I'm going to change, there are 3 topics that I want to talk about. So these are the 3 points that I have to talk about, right? But I don't want to talk about it in this page. I can select these 3 and I can go to the page information and I can change it to cards. So if I click on cards here, it's going to ask me what kind of a card do you want to convert those text into. So there are so many options available here. You can choose any kind of cards. So I'm going to go with a simple card like this, modern, right? So we have this right now. And there are some classy options as well. So I'm going to choose the classy option because we already have a serif on the top. So I'm going to go with the serif and I can choose the colors here. So I can choose any color that I want for the card. I'm going to go with a blue gradient here. So this looks fine. I'm going to apply the style here. So right now you can see that these cards are arranged like this. Now we have created 3 cards in here. So I want to add some more information into this, but before doing that, we will just go inside. So just double click on this and it will go to this page. This is that particular content page. So you can look at the breadcrumbs on top and you can see that design systems is the primary document that we created. And inside that, we created one card called contents of a design system. And this is where you can, create another page, which will be a sub page to the main page that we just created. So I'm just going to go to the page layout and we're going to say that we need a cover image and we will add an image into it. So I just dragged and dropped an image into this. So we have this as well. So contents of a design system are here. So I'm going to go to the page again and I will just turn off the author for this sub page. I don't want that. And now we can write about the contents of a design system. What are going to be involved in a design system? So I'm going to say now these are the sections that we have. So I can select all of this and if I want to explain on this further, I can also take this and convert this into separate cards, but I don't think I need it. I just want to write a 1 word or 1 sentence description on what this is all about. So I'm going to go to style again. I'm going to change everything into a toggle. So I can write my definition right here. Now we have made all the toggles here. So when a user opens this up, they are going to just see these headlines, and if they want further reading, they can click on this and they can read the definition of that particular element. So we have made this page. We can go back to our premium or our primary page by clicking on the breadcrumb back again. So we are here and we set up the first card. You can see the thumbnail that we have given right here. You can add the second card. So I'm going to go into benefits of design system, the card that we have made, and we're going to go to setup. So here again, we are going to change a couple of options. So we will go and say that we need a cover image and we don't need to show the author. So we are going to take a cover image. So we have a cover image right now, and now we're going to write about the benefits of a design system. So I'm going to write so I've written all the points that we want. So we can again go to this and we can create a different look for this. So we can have a focus section. So this is something which is important we need to focus on. So you can mention it like that. We can change the typeface here. We can make it everything look into subtitle or heading or things like that, so that everything is important here. We can also do some type corrections, or we can even change the color. So I'm going to change it to red so that it looks slightly more different than the regular text which is written. So we have written it like that. So we have the second page also defined. We are going to go here. So we have made content inside two of these cards, and I'm going to go in and create the third one, which is examples of a design system. So I'm going to go inside. So we have an image right here, and I'm going to write the content here. So I need to mention Uber as an example. So we have mentioned this title. I want to link it to the Uber website. So I'm going to go in and find the URL that I want to link it to. I'm going to take the URL by copying that. I'm going to come here, select this, and you have a link icon right here where you can paste your link. So this will be linked into that particular example. You can add another one. So let's say Shopify. We have created the pages, right? So we have the content. We go back to our primary page and we can see that this is our main page, which we are talking about design system. We can see the author or the lecturer name. We can see the main note, the definition of it, and the subpoints inside that. We can see the content in card form. So we can see all these cards in here. And we can also, go inside each of these cards and read what is in there, right? So a complete lesson could be organized into a note, an interactive note like this. And now it comes to sharing the content. So we can go inside, we can click on the share button right here, and you can click on the secret link. So it's going to publish the website, the page that you have created online, and you can copy this link and you can share it with your students. So if they go into this link, they can see the notes, they come down, they can see the content like this. You can click on this, you can read the toggle, you can go into the content like that, you can go in and you can read more details about it. You can go back, the content, yeah, and you can read all the notes. It's super easy, and it's very interesting for a student to go through it and read and understand the topics, because it is procedural and you are not giving them all together at once. You can control the flow of content efficiently. This is going to increase students' continuum of understanding, and you can deliver lessons better. So I hope this was useful for you, and check it out and let me know your thoughts. I'll see you with another video soon. Till then, bye.